Success is not just about what you do, but how you show up. Your style speaks before you do. Style is confidence, and confidence drives success. From the boardroom to the runway, your presence matters. Welcome to Style to Success, where fashion meets ambition. Your journey to success starts with confidence. This is Style to Success, only on the Achievement Channel. Follow us at Achievement Channel for more style and success insights.
Hello, and welcome to Style to Success, the show where style meets strategy on the journey to professional excellence. I am your host, Ayodele Oluwole, and you are watching Style to Success on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting from the iconic School of Eloquence studio right here in Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. On this program, we spotlight bold, stylish, and visionary individuals who have turned personal flair for appearance, creativity, and communication into remarkable success stories. Today's guest is someone whose journey perfectly embodies the spirit of the show, Akinpelumi Akinboye, a seasoned communication expert, prolific content creator, and founder of one of Nigeria's most visited gospel music platforms, believerscompanion.com. With over 48 million monthly visitors and 600,000 plus loyal podcast listeners, he is not only a digital media powerhouse, but also a testament to how strategy, creativity, and style can drive outstanding achievements. Akinpelumi Akinboye, you're welcome to Style to Success.
Thank you so much, Ayodele. It's a pleasure to be here.
And I like to say that you look dapper as usual.
Oh, thank you. I can say the same thing about you.
So let's take it back. Let's take it back to the beginning of how you started, your content channel and all. So I like to say that you built a personal, and professional brand. So please take us back. What are those things that sparked your interest, in this communication and media, sector that you have ventured into?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that's a brilliant question. You see, my journey into this started from a point of pain. What do I mean? Back in secondary school, I gain admission into a particular institution. Back in our days, these days, when you write JAMB and the rest of it, you get an SMS, you are notified about your admission. But ours, during our time, was not like that. You had to go to the school to go and check your name if you've been admitted. So I lost an admission due to lack of communication. And I vowed that I would never be in that position again. And of course, I was passionate that nobody should be in that position again. And that led to the creation of my first blog called School News Nigeria. I think I was 16 at the time. So that was the beginning for me.
Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So that's really incredible, I must say. Many people consume content, but not many build empires out of it. So what was your vision when you created believerscompanion.com?
You see, my passion for gospel music led to the creation of Believer's Companion. However, I was not as passionate as I am now when I started. What really happened was back in the days, people buy CDs to listen to music. So back then I was in the Polytechnic, Osun State Polytechnic, and the choir at the time wanted a song that they've of course purchased the CD, but the CD was giving them problem. And someone said, oh, why not put this song on your blog so we could download it and listen and then rehearse it. So it occurred to me that, okay, I could do that. I know a couple of other blogs who promote secular music. Why can't I just put this song for them to download? So that led to the creation of the first one. So my passion for solving problem, everywhere I find myself, had always led me to channel my ability to do things, and that exactly led to the creation of Believer's Companion. First of all, of course, I love listening to gospel music, but at that time there was a problem. This choir needed to rehearse the song. Everybody needs to listen to the song at the same time. The CD was not working. I have a blog already, like I mentioned. I started School News Nigeria when I was quite young, and the opportunity came for me to put up a song for them to download and listen to and rehearse. So I went ahead and do that. And in less than a week or two, I saw that over 40,000 people had downloaded that song on my blog. And I said, wow, so people are actually looking for gospel music. So that led to the creation of Believers Companion from scratch.
Wow, good one. Yeah. Impressive. Well done, my brother. Yeah. Well done. So let's talk about style. We're not just talking about fashion.
Yes.
Now we're talking about, your charisma, your confidence, how you carry yourself. How do you think that has helped, your success and credibility?
You see, there's a popular phrase that says, you are dressed the way you're dressed, right? I strongly believe that your appearance is your first handshake. I mean, especially when you're walking into a meeting, the first thing people observe about you is your style, is what you're wearing. Before you even speak a particular word, they've assessed you based on how you present yourself. And your style goes beyond what you're wearing. Also, how you carry yourself, how you coordinate yourself, how you interact with people. All these define your style and directly define who you are. So I think style is very important in everything you do, especially if you are in an industry where you interact with people a lot. You have to look at your style and pay more attention to your style.
Good one.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I think that's quite insightful. So I think it's now safe to say that, the way you appear can have a lot of influence on, the places you find yourself, on the doors that will be open to you, on the opportunities, that will be around you in whatever you do. So it's a good one. Well done.
Thank you.
So we'll move on to the next question. Okay. And the next question will be, now behind the scenes. Let's talk about behind the scenes. Let's get real. So what are those daily routines, some discipline that you've imbibed into yourself, that you think has really helped the growth of your brand?
That's a very brilliant question. You see, we celebrate success without discussing the discipline that brought this person to this level. You see, growing up, I want to say a special thank you to my mother for ensuring that some principles, some discipline were introduced to us at a very young age. Like for example, up to today, I still wake up every day by 4:30 a.m. It's by default because I'm used to it, because my mom ensure that we wake up early to do our responsibility, to carry out our responsibility before we step out every day. So because I wake up that early, I have enough time to prepare for my day, to make sure that I do. For example, up to today, I still look for stories of gospel musicians to tell through my blog. I have a 9 to 5. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I want to do, of course, after praying, is to write about the gospel musician I want to promote at that particular, maybe throughout the day or until so time. People pay and say, oh, please talk about my song for so number of time or for today or whatsoever. So I have enough time to plan that, to strategize, to come up with content that I can share with my team to say, today, this is what we are doing. So I have enough time in my hand to plan and to get my day ready. And of course, when you're at work, you're at work, you face your work squarely. But after work, because I am used to it, it's easier for me to blend into it, do more work before I sleep. I watch TV, of course. I watch a lot of movies. I watch movies. I have time for all these things because I have planned it, because I have done it over and over and over. Okay, this time I am updating my blog. This time I am looking for stories to tell. This time I am engaging with people. This time I am interviewing people. This time I am training my staff. This time is my leisure time. I have a family, I have a wife, I have a beautiful daughter, which I spend quality time with. So because I have been able to plan these things, it was easy for me to play all these roles without conflicting one another. So that discipline, that ability to plan, to wake up early, to do the things I need to do without thinking about, of course, it's difficult sometimes, but you just know where you're going to, you know where you're going to, and you know what you want to achieve. And because of that, you have enough time to do all these things, to function in all these roles effortlessly.
A good one. So it's safe to say that this discipline that you have imbibed in yourself has really helped you to be consistent for over 13 years in the communication and media space. So that's really impressive.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, we'll be right back after this short break to hear more insightful stories from Akinpelumi Akinboye. Stay tuned.
Again, my name is Dr. Edward Bush, one of the co-founders and president-elect of AMEN. That stands for the African American Male Education Network and Development. I want to give a big up and a big shout out to the Achievement Channel for all the great work that you're doing, motivating and inspiring the young people of Nigeria. Keep up the outstanding work, Achievement Channel.
I'm Herb English. I am the president of the African American Male Education Network. Big shout out to the Achievement Channel. Really appreciate all the work that you're doing here and abroad. Thank you so much.
Eloquence focuses attention on the message and the audience.
I find it very interesting, exciting, educative.
It was very beneficial.
Definitely would learn a lot, a whole lot.
Thank you. The delivery was second to none.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Starts with confidence. This is Style to Success, only on the Achievement Channel.
So, Akinpelumi Akinboye, you've studied at Osun State Polytechnic, Bowen University, Michigan State University, and you are currently pursuing an Executive MBA at the prestigious University of Lagos Business School. So, how has formal education shaped your, success?
That's a very brilliant question, and I think I'll dwell on it a bit because, a lot of our people say school na scam. My brother, school no be scam. And I will explain. You see, as an individual, anytime you have the opportunity to get knowledge, please get it, whether formal or informal, because knowledge goes beyond the four corners of a school. Now, while I was at the Polytechnic, I mentioned earlier that I lost an admission due to lack of information. Now, I've always have passion for media and for communication. But for whatsoever reason, God knows how He does these things, I found myself in science class, which, of course, automatically led me to study computer science at Osun State Polytechnic, Ire. And after that, I continued to improve on myself by pursuing a BSc degree at Bowen University, just because, you see, I'm someone that I'm relentless when it comes to seeking knowledge, and I always ask questions. Now, why did I say that? I mentioned that I have a 9 to 5. As a Polytechnic student where I was working, the difference was very clear between HND holders and BSc holders, and I am someone that I'm very passionate about myself, about my growth, and I always want to grow. So because of that, I said, okay, I'm going to get a BSc degree so that I could be in a better position to earn more, right? That was the drive. So I got a BSc degree, and I look at myself, I said, you know what, I need a master's degree. And after a master's degree, I said, oh, you know what, I need to learn business, because now Believers Companion started out of just hobby. It was just a hobby. Do you understand what I mean? It was just a passion. But as the platform continues to grow, I see the reason to learn the business part of doing things, and that led to pursuing a degree at the University of Lagos Business School, which of course has opened my eyes and my mind to see things from a different perspective. So to answer your question, I think education plays a very important role in whatever you're doing. Even if you're a tailor, even if you're a mechanic, you need education. It gives you a different perspective. It opens your mind and your eyes to so many opportunities that might be passing you just because you don't know. Not because you don't know how to do it, but because you don't know that you can do it this way to even achieve more. So education has played a key role in what I'm doing, and I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to have been able to pursue all these all these degrees, and I've been able to learn and apply.
So now let's move to the next one. 48 million monthly website, visits, and about 600,000 plus podcast listeners. That's really huge. So I just like to know, how have you been able to achieve engagement, at that huge scale?
Thank you very much. You see, sometimes even when I check the statistics, I'm quite surprised, but I think success have footprints. There are ways to explain how this had come to be. You see, back in secondary school, there are some things I didn't mention. There are some things I have done. For example, in secondary school, I used to write notes for my mates. So I used to get their phone number so I could call them to come and get their notes. So I was gathering database from secondary school, and I never knew I was gathering database, right? So back in the Polytechnic, I happened to be someone that a lot of people are friendly with. I'm friendly with a lot of people, especially in my church. Like I mentioned, my choir needed a song, so I gave them a song. So a lot of people, when they need help, come to me, and I help them probably to solve a problem, do their assignments, or get them whatever help. I just happen to be someone that I'm passionate about helping people, right? So because of that, a lot of people became my friend. So in becoming my friend, of course, we exchange numbers. So I have your phone number. So after secondary school, NYSC, I was fortunate to be the president of the sanitation unit of NYSC in Ikoyi here. And of course, everybody wants the phone number of the president, so I have access to the database. Now, on my website, or even up to today, any song I'm writing about, I always end it with, if you want me to share gospel music with you every day, kindly send me a message on WhatsApp. So I put my phone number there for people to reach out to me. So all this that I have mentioned had given me an access to a large pool of database. So I thought to myself, how can I utilize this to my advantage? So I sent a message out that if you want me to send you gospel music every day, kindly respond to this message. A lot of people responded, and for the past 6 years I have been sharing gospel music to all my content on WhatsApp every day, one every day. And because I am doing that, a lot of people who love gospel music continue to tell their friends about me, who continue to send me message, and my database continue to grow. And in doing that, I have been able to keep them together, feed them something that they love, gospel music, every day. And anytime I post something on my blog or record a podcast, I share the link to them to say, kindly listen to my interview, or kindly listen to the podcast that I have made. And they listen, they love it, they share with their friends, and their friends share with their friends. And most of them follow me. On Instagram, for example, I have over 100,000 followers. On Twitter, I had over 40,000 followers. So all these people got to know me from the little things that I do every day that contributed to the growth of the platform. So when I put out a tweet, or I put out a blog, or I put out a podcast, and I send out the link, and 20,000 people are listening in less than 30 minutes or an hour, it's not because of a special thing that I have done. It's because of the work that I have put in, the database that I have gathered over the years, the people that knows me, that know that, okay, if you follow this person talk about gospel music, this person review songs, this person bring gospel musicians to interview, this person do podcasts that can improve my life, they listen and they share with their friends. So these are my strategies. These are the ways that I've been able to gather an audience for my platform.
Good one, Akinpelu.
Thank you.
I must confess, this has been an insightful time with you. So for aspiring YouTubers, media practitioners, content creators, what would you say are those non-negotiable factors for success in this field?
Put in the work. You have to put in the work. There's no shortcut to success. You see, discipline and determination, they work very well. Success have footprints. If you follow people who are successful, and don't mistake success for fame. Fame is not success. Now, if you're somebody that you are passionate about impacting lives, changing lives, whether you are famous or not does not matter. The most important thing is, last week you were able to impact 10 lives. This week you are doing 20 lives. That's success already. So fame is not success. You see, I always say this everywhere I find myself, that you see, the house of fame and the house of shame, they are neighbors. They live very close to each other. The only thing that separates it is just grace. So if you chase fame, as humans, Yoruba people have a proverb. They say, "Kò sí bí o ṣe fẹ́ rìn, kò sí bí o ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ rìn, kó rí má mì." That is, there's no way you will live your life without making mistakes. If you pursue fame and you make mistake, life mistake that is normal, even the little ones that are normal. Because of the fame, it will become a big deal that can affect your journey, that can affect your brand. So why not focus on impacting life instead of chasing fame? So I will advise young people who want to create content, who want to become a YouTuber or a podcaster, please focus on the goal. And your goal is to educate people. Your goal is to help people become better. Your goal is to become better at your own craft. So those should be your focus, not numbers. Fine, it has been mentioned that, I have over 40 million people that come to my website and listen to me on my podcast every month. Those things are good, but those things are not my focus. My focus every day is to give you a better experience. When you come to Believers Company, I want you to live with a positive impression. I want you to be able to tell your friends about it. So when you do that, the numbers grow. But growing the number is never my focus. Of course, it's good. I want you to also check me out on all my platforms, but that shouldn't be the focus.
This is such an inspiring story.
Thank you.
So let's talk confidence.
Yeah.
You've worked, you operated across Spotify, Boomplay, YouTube, and several other media. So how were you able to develop confidence? How did you develop confidence to cut across these platforms and come out confident and speak up confidently?
If you know me very well, you know I'm a very shy person. I'm the kind of person that if you have a crowd, you would probably find me just in my space. I would just be in my space. I'm a very shy person. But when it comes to talking to people, facing crowd, I don't know. I just, it's an inbuilt thing. It's an inbuilt thing that has been developed over time. You see, I grew up as a Baptist. And if you are a Baptist, you can testify that from the tender age of 5 or even 4, you face the church to read your memory verse. We call it Sunbeam. From Sunbeam, you move to the Royal Ambassador and things like that. So you face the church. The whole church is looking at you, and you are expected to say your memory verse, your Bible verse that has been given to you to study, So from that tender age, I have been exposed to facing crowds, to deliver my lines without fear, So because I have done that from a very tender age, it's very easy for me now. It's not really easy, but it's an inbuilt thing that has become part of me to come on stage and just face the audience and deliver my speech or whatever thing I'm talking about. And once I am done, once I step out, the shy man is available for you to pick on again. I'll just look for a corner and I'll just be there. Except to talk to me, I'll probably not say hello, except when I'm networking, of course. And those were the ways that I've been able to grow myself to face an audience and to grow in confidence over the years.
Good one.
Thank you very much.
So talking about young professionals in your field, how do you think the young professionals can build a brand that it's outstanding like yours?
All right, thank you very much. That's a good question. I think it's a question that everybody can relate with. And the truth is this: put in the work. Put in the work. Forget fame. Like I mentioned, forget fame, forget money. You see, value attracts money. Value attracts money. If you give value, if you solve problem, money will chase you. You won't need to chase money. So I will advise the young professionals, if you are interested in growing a platform, if you are interested in creating something that can outlive you, I will advise that you should focus more on solving problems. That is the best way. The more problem you solve, the more relevant you are, and the more money you make.
Good one.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure that's a whole lot of people who can relate with that. And they want to listen to such a deep advice from someone like you. So we move on to the last question. And this has to do with legacy.
Okay.
With everything you have built, what does legacy look for Akinpelumi Akinboye? And what's next on your horizon? What are the other things you are thinking of achieving, in the nearest future?
Thank you very much. You see, I happen to be someone who I don't really think a lot about the future. I just take it a day at a time. But if you ask me that, what does legacy means to me, I think it will be the children that I will leave behind. Because as far as I'm concerned, these children that God had given to me, they've been given to me for me to train them for me to model them, for me to prepare them for what they intend to bring into the world, to make the world a better place. So I think my children are going to be the legacy I will leave behind. Of course, I'm doing all this with the intention that someone will continue to do it. For example, someone will be passionate enough to promote African gospel music and say, oh, I want to work with you, I want to do what you're doing, or I want to take over Believer's Companion from you. I'm not going to compel my children to say, oh, I have built this thing, this is my legacy, you must continue. No, they are free to do anything they want, but in all they choose to do, let them excel. Let me prepare them. Let me ensure that I built them to impact the world positively. And in doing that, I think that is my legacy. If they can pass it on to their own children to say, okay, grandpa started from here, grandpa built to here, and grandpa said this to us, and this is why I'm telling you, because I think this has helped me to become who I am today, and I want you to model your life after grandpa, because he did this, he was able to achieve this and this and this, and he led me to follow my own path, and now I have done all this, and I want you to emulate this and continue to impact the world positively. I think that's my legacy. I think that will give me a great satisfaction than any other thing in this life.
This is so impressive, and I must say that we've had, you know, an inspiring episode with you. You've inspired the generation to come, and you've inspired, you know, a whole lot of people that are even ahead of you. So it will be a step to learning new things, rebranding oneself, creating self-awareness, and, you know, projecting a better tomorrow. Thank you so much, Akinpelumi, for sharing all this with us.
Appreciate
and
you.
we appreciate you coming to Style to Success.
Thank you so much.
What a powerful and refreshing conversation. Thank you, Akinpelumi, for sharing not just your journey, but your principles, your mindset, and your style. You've shown us that style isn't just about what you wear. It's about how you show up, what you create, and the legacy you leave behind. To our viewers, if you have ever wondered whether your personal flair could translate into success, let Akinpelumi's story be your proof. Let's continue the conversation. Follow at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for more Style to Success content and updates. Use the hashtag we see possibilities and share your thought with us. I am Ayodele Oluwole. Until next time, keep showing up, stay inspired, and let your style speak for your success. Bye for now.